Hello, welcome to the fourth dimension. My name is Maria. I am your Sherpa for this read. If you've never been to the fourth dimension, it is a kind of like a weekly forecast of what you can anticipate per zodiac sign. I also put out a midweek pulse on Wednesday and an upcoming what you can expect on the weekend. I also offer personal readings, probably only until summer though, quite honestly. This is for the week of the 17th through the 23rd, and I am pulling a reading for Gemini. So if you have Gemini in your placements, anywhere, or if you just happen to trip over this channel, you might have a message in here for you. Tell me more about Gemini. Hang in there. If you're new to the channel and you happen to like the content and it resonates with you, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and that way this content will be given to you directly when it's uploaded, so you get notification of when I upload new stuff. It helps us grow the channel and allows us to, me and the dog, when I say us, it's me and the dog, to hit people on the other side of the planet with a message of hope, hopefully, and healing. I will be clarifying more in this spread for sure. Lots and lots happening here. First out, overall vibe is Gemini, you might be feeling this is a week of withdrawn. You're kind of going in your cave. I feel like you're single. I think you're recently single. I think that you're lonely, you're isolating, and you're identifying. I don't even know if you're doing any self-introspective work. I think right now you're just kind of feeling sadness and loss, right? That's kind of where you're at. I do feel like you are struggling a bit with what you want to do, where you want to go, where you want to put your energy, what you've invested in, what has been I feel like you're sitting back and you're just sitting there looking at all the relationships you've had over a lifetime even, and what you gained out of them versus what you put into them, and you're coming up short on the receiving end. That's the first thing I think. And that you put in a lot of energy, time, resources, money. You spent some time with these people, like multiple relationships, and it didn't serve you. It came up short. You have a 5 of Cups, so you're coming out of a healing, and I believe that you're possibly recovering. So when I have a 5 of Cups in reverse, it's somebody who wants to go back. You're identifying maybe a partner stood out more than the others, and that partner, even though they weren't attractive at the time, or you had better options that looked better, right? You bypassed this. So that's the 5 of Cups in the upright, is watching 3 spilled cups, and you can't turn to see the 2 upright cups full of love. You could just turn around and go that way. But you're focusing on the 3 spilled cups. And I do feel like this might be your energy, Gemini, not somebody looking at you. And if it doesn't resonate, or if you need to flip it and say, that's not me, that's my partner, that's fair. I'm just reading energy. I just feel it and read it off the cards. So somebody wants to come back, either into your life, or you want to go back and explore the opportunity again of this relationship that never, I don't feel like you got it off the ground. I think that it significantly has changed how you're thinking about partnerships. You're really spending some time. I don't think you're looking at quite yet your side of the areas that you need to look at. We'll get there in a minute, but I do feel like you have a realization. That's kind of the first card out after you're withdrawn, is you're spending a minute withdrawn from society. You're looking at epiphanies, understandings, awakenings. You're having a moment of clarity, as we call it, and you're identifying what doesn't serve you, what hasn't served you, and what is worth investing in, like your ROI, your return on investment. If you're going to spend time, money, energy, you want to have an equally requited relationship, so you're not the overgiver, and you're investing in something long term. I get this sense, Gemini, that this was extremely horrifically painful, this last relationship. It's taking you a long time to recover from it. I think that you ended the last one, the one that you're considering going back to, because here's the Eight of Cups, and that's, I think, you walking back to this relationship to explore it. So the Eight of Cups is, you turned your back, you walked away, you didn't think twice about it, you just moved on to the next. Next. And like that's the vibe I get, is like you maybe entertained a couple other relationships, or the one that you chose wasn't fulfilling, and you're reevaluating the one that you walked away from and say, maybe that was a bad idea. And you want to go back and explore that. I do feel you're in the upright is a Queen of Swords, right? She is my mafia queen. You have to come correct, right? You have to come correct. And this is in the reverse. So in the reverse, I get the sense that maybe you are withholding, we'll say that nicely, withholding all the details. You don't want to hurt anybody, but you're also very scared and nervous about coming correct for this person. I think you're going to stick your big toe in this relationship and just check in and see how they're doing with you overall. That's how you're going to go forward. You're expecting conflict. You're expecting conflict. You're expecting to have a conversation about why you didn't feel it was going to work in the first place, because they're going to want to know. And I think if it's you, you're going to ask them, well, why now? What's changed, Gemini? I think that's just you're like, I'm still healing over this, and you want to come back and now talk about this? I'm almost done healing. Like, I almost get you through the pain point of discernment of what is best for you, and you're choosing you. You've chosen you. You've invested back into you, and you've like reevaluated your relationships on the whole and said, I don't think I want to do that anymore. And here they come again. And they're coming in, I believe, either you or somebody's coming in to reevaluate and reassess this to see if it's an option, as a reverse Knight of Wands. So that's a little concerning. So the Knight of Wands is my Saturday night, here for a good time, not a long time, hit it and quit it sort of guy. I'm sure I'm going to get a comment or two. It's all right. That's the card. I can't help it. They're non-committal. In the reverse, it's a little bit competitive. It's a little bit narcissistic and bitter, and almost like, I'm going to have to clarify that, but I do feel there's a bit of like defensiveness about coming back. Like either you or somebody has a lot of pride, okay? And you're struggling, or they're struggling with eating crow. And quite honestly, I think this person, if it's not you, if it is you, take this as it resonates. If it's not you, the person that's coming in is really struggling with vulnerability. I mean, severe. They have some significant ego here. They know they messed up. They don't anticipate being successful. They think they're gonna take the big L. And they're anticipating this. They're expecting you to kick them to the curb. Because there's conflict. There's a previous conversation that never took place. You never got closure on this. You never got, you kind of got ghosted, I think. You got, no thank you, and that was the end of it. And you took it. I feel like this person's gonna tell you, or you're gonna say, it was a mistake and misunderstanding. I can't even begin to tell you, this card irritates me to no avail. Because it's lack of ownership of the problem. They're saying, oh, you didn't understand what I meant, or you took this incorrectly, or you didn't have all the information, or it was a misunderstanding. It's a victim card, right? And I get really irritated. I mean, they just haven't elevated for sure, probably not awake yet. You want to shake this person, because then they're the victim. Somehow they're, or you're, walking away from this relationship is somehow the other person's responsibility to fix, which I don't understand. So if you come at me and I choose not to entertain this relationship, and then I'm butthurt because what? Like, wait, what? Why? I have really no reason to be. You're the one being vulnerable and coming towards somebody for a relationship, and then you're turned down. So, and then they're mad at you. So there's a problem there. And they're like, oh, no, you misunderstand me. You don't understand the whole situation. And I'm thinking, So again, Gemini, I got this 9 of Cups. So this was like almost wish fulfillment. This person made you super happy, and I think you want it back. You want it, or they want you back. They are coming in with the intent. It's the center of your spread. This would make you happy. It would have made you happy if you were in this relationship with this person. But it didn't come to fruition, or it started and never got to where it needed to go. I have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. So the 7 of Wands is conflict, right? And that's the prior spread is conflict. There's a lot, and it's usually exterior conflict. You know, it's the idea of anxiety, problems, like real problems, like financial issues. You have a lot on your plate that you're spinning. You have, I get a lot of things. Like I get somebody's coming out of a legal situation, somebody's coming out of a previous relationship. There's just a lot of damage. It's a lot of like damage control. And this conflict or this relationship would have helped you, I felt grounded. You were investing in this, or vice versa, what have you. And now that you're having this person come back in, there's hope there for you to resolve the previous conflicts as well as the exterior conflicts you're struggling with. In the very next line, I can't make this up, y'all. This is like a read I had yesterday. Maybe you're dealing with a Cancer. You might want to go check out theirs. I have obsession. So obsession is not always good. So obsession is focusing on something so much you can't see any other version, any other perception of it. You just see you're laser focused on one outcome, and you're focusing everything on it. It's almost like hard manifestation. And the issue with that is it becomes an addiction, right? If that vision is the only thing you can see. You're not open to hearing anything other than how you're going to get that outcome. That is beyond normal. I don't know how to say it. The obsession is running towards something versus facing reality. So if I am obsessed about, let's say, a human being or a relationship, I am fixated on the outcome of that person and I'm they call it forecasting a relationship down the road where I see a house and a picket white fence and dogs and financial stability and us laughing. And the reality is not that. The reality is this person is a human being with lots of challenges, struggles, their own addictions, their own issues, their own problems, and I'm not seeing any of that. I am living in Disney, something that isn't real, and I'm trying to create it into reality. That's this card. So this person, whether it be you or somebody else, Gemini, is stuck. They're stuck. That's the best way to put it. They can't move forward. They're absolutely stuck. They are not taking any movement in moving forward. That's this card. So the 3 of Wands normally is forward moving, and this is like, nope, not moving. Just gonna sit and think. I'm gonna be obsessed and can't make a decision. Or they made the wrong decision. This is actually, I made a bad decision previously. That's it. They feel guilty. That's this card is, they feel guilty about not choosing you originally, or vice versa. And they're sitting in guilt and shame. There's some shady behavior here for sure. There's somebody may have talked crap about you, Gemini. Maybe even made fun of you for putting your heart out there and being vulnerable. You're gonna have to just move on and forgive these guys. It's just, I would prefer, and I'm keeping this very transparent. I believe you have invested, you've invested back into you, and you've done some healing. This has been a while. This is a long-standing in and out kind of relationship. I feel like this is a past life. You definitely see this person as a soulmate, if not a twin flame. There is a lot of deja vu and lessons, and this person just hasn't stood up yet, up until now, to decide to invest back into themselves. I just feel like this person was kind of shallow and immature. I'm sorry, Gemini. I just feel like they were trying to find the best relationship for them, what looked like the best relationship for them, until they jumped in and realized that person wasn't sane or stable. And now, yeah, they're kind of reevaluating their options and their choices, and they're like, that was a bad idea. And you as well, this pain forced you to isolate and identify what you really want through tarot readings, through personal counsel with friends, through journaling, through meditation. I think you guys called heavily on your spiritual tribe, looking and seeking for answers and guidance, and you got some. You were like, why do I keep picking people that are emotionally unavailable? Why do I keep picking people that don't see my value? Why do I mean, like, constantly. And it's like, this problem is always me. If I'm pointing one finger out, I got three pointing back. I got to look at me at some point and say, why do I keep choosing the same person? With different faces, different names, different timelines, but it's all pretty much the same energy. So that's what you did, for sure. That's all of this, right? And this person's gonna come back. I don't know if corrected. You're gonna I'm reading for a lot of folks, but you're gonna have to discern if this person has made any corrections, if they're genuine. Right behind past life, I do feel somebody's moving on, either you or they. And I even see packing, like somebody is moving out, somebody is calling a U-Haul, they're dropping their wands, they're letting this go. And maybe you said, let this go, or you've let this go. Again, take it as it resonates, but I don't think it's the ending that everybody expected at the beginning of this walk, right? And I have the Three of Cups in reverse. So this is no celebration. There might have been a third party involved, and that ended. There's some clarity there that came out, and I feel like Gemini, like I said when I started this, is I get the sense that there is a change in what you wanted. I think this is something you were trying to manifest for a while, if not a year or two. I want to say 2 years. I'm actually talking about this Knight of Wands in reverse. That's mentally what I was asking. I got the Emperor in reverse. So yeah. So the Emperor in the upright is solid, honest, stable. He's all four kings, right? And so when I look at this Emperor and he is managing everything, he's solid. I can trust his word. I can trust that he's being truthful and coming in correctly. And he's got a strategy and a plan, and it's honest and forthright for the betterment of the kingdom, right? In reverse, it's a self-centered, kind of narcissistic, got some traits to it, in it to win it for one party, and that's usually the Emperor. He's like a 6-year-old having a full-fledged screaming temper tantrum in the center of like Walmart because he didn't get his candy bar, right? And so that's this person. They may not come outside and verbally lose his stuff, but there's a definite motive to get the candy bar. He wants his candy bar. And I don't know if it's necessarily a commitment. I mean, I definitely think it's more than that. I think there's financial instability, conflict, right there, arguing, fighting. So this person, this Emperor, is going to come in clashing and kind of like, why haven't you called me? You're like, Gemini, you're like, wait, what? I don't know. Wait, why would I call you? You didn't choose me. You chose that person. Why would I need to call you? You know, and you're like, that's the vibe I get. And so then I have the Page of Cups in reverse. So I'm clarifying again this inverted night, this Saturday night. And he isn't, or this person, he, she, whatever, isn't coming in with love on their mind, although that is the motive, I think, part of it. They want a commitment. They don't think that they're going to be successful, so I don't think they're going to put their heart out there. Tell me about the Six of Wands in reverse. Thank you. Tell me about the Six of Wands. Thank you. Yeah, they're going to come in fast. They're going to give you a decision, almost like an ultimatum. They've sat in it for a while, and they want to reverse the Tower. And it's the King of Wands in the upright. So it's his dad, essentially, as he's showing up a little bit more mature. And he wants this relationship, for sure. He wants to turn it around. And you're going to have to use your intuition. There's a Hierophant. You're going to have to discern if this person's truly changed or not. Because I think they're going to come and say they have changed tremendously. And this time apart is help them open their eyes, et cetera, et cetera. Behavior tells the story, right? And tell me about this obsession, please, for Gemini. Tell me about this obsession. Or Gemini in your placements anywhere. Sometimes the placements are stronger than the sun sign. Like in Cancer, there's the moon sign is sometimes stronger because we're moon children. Okay, so let's talk about this obsession. Yeah, here we go. Holy moly. They want to come back and have a rebirth. I can't make this up, you all. I absolutely love tarot. I have the Hierophant, but it is in the reverse. So the Hierophant is a long-standing commitment. It's a long-term relationship, and it's in the reverse. So I don't know if they know what they want. I think, you know, it's kind of like they're not trying to be in and out, but they don't trust that you're genuine. It's a self-esteem thing, you know? I feel, Gemini, it's that immaturity. They just don't, they don't trust that your feelings for them are genuine. Like, why would you want them? And then that's part of the reason why they chose somebody else. Quite frankly, I believe that the person they chose is weaker spirited, less evolved, and easier to manipulate. Sorry. So they aren't going to call them out. And if there's BS on the line, if there's a third party, and you know there is, yeah, because people, you know, aren't that smart. There's evidence everywhere, you know, and you just know, and you're like calling it out. And they're not going to choose you if you're the smarter of the two. I'm sorry. I just got to say it. I love all y'all, but that's the reason why this person chose them over you. They're easier to deal with. They don't have to elevate. All right. They do want to have a commitment now. I think that's in their heart. They are willing to have an honest conversation to a point. I'm going to keep it real, to a point. You feel like there's justice. You've been waiting for this. And then I have the Chariot in reverse. So the Chariot in reverse, in my opinion, I feel like their fear is that it's going to be unsuccessful. And you kind of, I think, like I said at the beginning of this read, is you feel like it is, you're healed, I think. And I think you're recognizing your worth. This is a challenging week, Gemini. Tell me about this past life, this 10 of Wands, and this 3. Right to the dessert. That's who I am. All right, yep, I have the King of Pentacles. This is taking forever. So when I see a King of Pentacles, it's a brand new agreement, contract, relationship, wants to enter into a relationship with you. Tell me more about this Pentacles in this past life. 2 of Swords. They know you're going to have to make a decision. First of all, you don't have all the information. They're also blind. They don't know if you're going to reject them. They think you're not even going to open the door when they come over or call you. Like you're going to, or you might even block this person. Yeah. All right. I have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. They see you as stable, loving, nurturing, kind. You are the epitome of security. And they might want to create a future with you. Seeing that you are the secure queen and whatever you touch turns to gold. That is the truth. That's the Queen of Pentacles. And they're doing everything in their freaking nature to manifest this thing. Anything else? I have 3 of Pentacles on the bottom, which is an agreement. Whoops, excuse me. It can also mean third party, again, because there's 3. It's not a 2 of Cups, which is fair. I mean, a 2 of Cups could be me and my best friend having coffee after I haven't seen her for a month. You know what I mean? That could be a 2 of Cups. This is putting an end to the mental anguish and the arguing and the fighting and the back and forth. They want that to end immediately. They want some security with you. Anything else that you should share with Gemini? Yep, you are their 9 of Cups. I love this. I do love this. Regardless of how it turns out, the 9 of Cups is they see you make them very, very happy. You make them the best, highest vibrating version of themselves, and you make them very, very happy. The 10 of Cups was in the reverse in the previous row, and you are making them like they just get butterflies around you. They get a little loss of words. They don't know what to say. Gemini, what have you done to this person? Oh my goodness. Now, I swear I try to do other readings other than love. I am open to it. Actually, I do quite a few personal readings, and they're about everything but love. But that being said, these are the cards that come out. So this is your focal point. Y'all are wanting some answers about what's happening to this ex. And we got the Queen of Swords. This is your energy for sure, Gemini. You're saying, come at me correct. And I think they will. I do. I believe that they will. I don't think they're going to tell you everything, nor should they. Quite honestly, what difference does it make? You don't need to know everything. It's just going to hurt you. And it was in the past anyways. Can't change it. All you got is right now. Yep, three of wands is moving forward. And I have an inverted cup. So several of you are going to deny this, and gotta be frank. Oh wait, I have to go back and then I'll be frank. They're looking at all of the security you offered at one point, and they're seeing this as the best investment, and they want to go back, and they're like, I don't want to let all of this go. I don't want to let this go. I put so much work into it, and love and affection. I want to keep investing. I want to go back and invest in this. Whew. So Gemini, the point I was trying to make, you're going to have to decide what you're wanting out of your next chapter. You are, I think, in between worlds right now. That's the vibe I get. You may be entertaining or dating, but I don't see that you jumped yet. And if you're in a marriage, this is a change in your relationship with your partner, your spouse, your long-term committed partner. There's some reality checks that have occurred, and this is coming through it and determining if you want to continue on this path with that person. Same kind of vibe. You can take it as it resonates. Again, if it doesn't resonate or you want more clarity, feel free to reach out to me at fourthdimensiontarot@gmail.com, and we can schedule a personal read while I'm still doing them. Again, before you leave, I would love to have you hit that subscribe button if you felt this resonated and you want more content sent to you. What a hell of a week. Gemini, make sure you get a lot of rest and drink a lot of water and moisturize, I suppose. I just feel like this is going to be a tough week. You want to look your best, feel your best about you. And until I do the midweek pulse, love and light, take care.